Welcome, everybody, to the official SITBIPI podcast, See to Believe a Paranormal Investigation podcast. I am your host, Ben, joined by...
Hi, I'm Connor.
He's Connor. So, we're going to be discussing everything and nothing in the world of the paranormal.
That's right.
So... shall we introduce ourselves? Like, tell everyone a little about ourselves, Connor.
Yeah, you can go first, Ben.
All right.
You're the host.
Well, I mean, you are also the host, my guy.
You're the main one. So you can go. You're more important.
So hi, I am Ben, and I was touched by a ghost as a child. All right, Connor tried to top that one.
Hi, I'm Connor. I didn't get touched as a child.
Whoa, that's not what happened. All right, so pretty much how this is going to work is we are going to have different topics each week that we talk about, trying to inform everybody about the bits and boops and bops of the paranormal. And
yeah, that's right.
So, and then we'll also be giving you guys a little bit of bonus content towards the end of each episode, as well as discussing some places that we're looking into and some little hints at future episodes of our Mothership series, See It to Believe It. So, yeah.
So, Ben, I don't know what your topic is today. We kind of kept it a little surprise for the first episode.
Connor, I think we should do your topic first, since yours is probably going to be shorter.
Which topic do you want me to go over, Ben?
Which topics do you have? Two topics?
No, I have the little bonus thing.
Oh.
Remember, I didn't find anything about that one place we were going to look at.
So what else do you have?
I mean, I can talk a little bit about one of the other places we're looking at going.
Sure, yeah, do that.
So, a place I just found out today, and you said you might know a little bit about it, you know.
Yeah.
Is the Waverly Hills Sanatorium in Louisville, Kentucky.
Wow. That sounds like a mouthful and a fun-filled night of activity.
Yes. So ignore any tapping you see on the keyboard or clicking. I am definitely not going to the Google to find any information about it.
So if you guys don't know, we have this other series. Well, it's not another series. It's a Mothership series where we go to paranormal locations to determine if there's really anything going on or if everything is all just a bunch of mumbo jumbo. We've been.
You might have seen our. Oh, sorry. You go ahead. You were about to say what I was going to say.
I don't remember what I was going to say, Connor. You just go ahead.
I was about to say you might have seen us do our other two, Whispers Estates and Ashbourne Estates, not in that order.
Yeah. From years past. At this point, they're both almost over a year out. The latter of the released being 10 months old, but it just came out like last week.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You have a little information about Waverly Hills pulled up here. So originally, the land for Waverly Hills was bought by Mayor Thomas H. Hayes in 1883. It was originally supposed to be a hospital for tuberculosis patients. It would accommodate about 40 to 50 patients at one time safely, because back then, tuberculosis was a very serious disease.
Yeah.
You know, it opened on July 26, 1910, so over 100 years ago, which is kind of crazy to think about.
That's an old place.
And ran for a while, just as a little hospital, basically, serving the people who got affected with tuberculosis. But as tuberculosis kind of, faded out, it was turned into a sanatorium. Ben, do you know what a sanatorium is?
A place for the insane.
That's true. It was turned into a place for the insane. And as you know, back then, the insane weren't treated so well.
Yeah, they were just kind of a pig fodder of society.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they did everything that they were known for doing: the lobotomies, all like the things, being chained up, being tied down, tied to the walls, not moving. And overall, it was a really bad place for a while.
Yeah, sounds
Yeah.
scary.
Yes. And then as time grew on, it expanded, becoming as big as it is today. It is a very big place if you look at some of the pictures. And eventually, the community around it became its own little town outside
Oh.
of Louisville. So the town is actually still called Waverly,
Oh.
and Waverly Hills is kind of in the middle of it.
So are you
But
saying that the town became a thing because of the sanatorium? Like people moved there because of the sanatorium?
a lot of nurses' families would come there.
I guess that makes
Kind
sense.
of, and then for a while it operated just as kind of after some of the old I, I'll call it torture because that's what it basically was.
Yeah.
After kind of all the torture died down, it became just kind of the run of a mill mental asylum until it closed down in 1961 and lay dormant for a while.
Oh.
Not 1961, I'm sorry, 1981.
Oh, that was 3 years before Ashmore closed down.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
And then in 2001, it was purchased and kind of redone, restored to become a museum. And now they kind of do everything. They do tours. It's a museum still, private tours, which is what we're thinking about doing. And they do like school trips around there.
Oh, I actually learned a thing today. A lot of places that are considered haunted do a lot of school trips just to give kids a look into what life used to be like. Because
Yeah.
I guess haunted places are the most well preserved places, is what I would assume just from what I've heard. So that's actually a very interesting thing that a lot of these places have school trips available.
Yeah.
At.
But yeah, I can also read a little bit about somewhere else, that we're not too sure about going to. It's a little big. Can you guess what it is?
Oh man. Oh man, another big place. Would it perhaps be in the state of Missouri?
Yeah.
Oh.
It may happen to be the Missouri State Penitentiary.
Oh, the Missouri State Penitentiary. I couldn't have guessed.
Oh, man.
Sure, yeah. Give us a little bit of knowledge about that.
So, in 1831, a long, long time ago, Missouri Governor John Miller suggested that they build a prison for. Hold on, it's a slideshow. They decided to build a prison. So this is actually not a mental asylum, former psychiatric hospital.
Still
This
for the
is a jail.
psychiatric though.
What?
Still for the mentally insane though.
I mean, yeah, but
In a different
not like
way.
Waverly. I might say that I think of Wizards of Waverly Place.
I do too. Selena
Like, oh.
Gomez.
So, they operated as a prison for a long, 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 long time. And they were actually known for having some of the most executions for like any penitentiary.
Oh, I didn't know that. I would have expected it would have been like out in the West.
No, it's actually known as the bloodiest 43 acres in America.
Oh, really?
They did death sentences. They executed death sentences, I guess. I said it very well the first time.
Yeah.
Then it ran actually all the way up until 2004.
Oh,
Rated as a penitentiary. The name was changed in 1991 to Jefferson City Correctional Center.
yes.
Before they ushered out the last of the inmates and brought them to a new place. And in 2006, they reopened the place and started offering tours.
Okay. So they got on that pretty quick then. Only 2 years to turn it around. Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. I did not know that. That is some good information right there. So, interesting.
I'm looking at a lot of their executions, and I'm seeing a pattern I don't like.
Uh-oh. Murder? Rapist?
No,
Oh.
don't say it though, because it may sound a little racist.
Is it a lot of colored people?
A lot of colored folk,
Oh. Well,
like a lot.
I guess, back in the day, a lot of those people were pretty racist. Especially considered, what life is like today. Everything's racist. But, yeah, it makes sense. But, sad, but.
Yeah, it's definitely sad, but
I guess it is what it is.
Yeah. Now, I will say, from the pictures I'm seeing, this place isn't as big as Waverly, actually.
Oh.
Seems like this place, for being closed in 2004 and reopening in 2006, it looks like it was closed in like the 1900s. Like a lot of the windows are busted up. The front of the building almost looks like it's abandoned still.
I must say this. I have seen stuff about the Jefferson City, or the Jefferson, the penitentiary recently, and I think it looks a lot better now than it probably does in those pictures.
Probably.
I've seen another ghost hunting TV show where they went there within the past 6 months, and it looks a little fixed up.
Does it haunt me?
No.
Haunt me again?
No. Oh God, no. So I guess this is just a little bit of a paranormal group beef. We're not the biggest fans of the paranormal show Haunt Me. At least Connor and I are. Everyone else is kind of indifferent, but Connor and I, oh man. Haunt Me people, if you guys ever want to reach out and try to fix that with us, so we are open to that discussion. But
we will. Let's do Ashmore Part 2 with
yes,
Haunt Me.
yes, we will. It all stems to your Ashmore Estates video.
Yes.
Which is a local destination to us.
Yeah. And I just want to point out for anybody listening in the future, we're not serious about this. We don't actually hate them. We just think it's a little bit fun to clown on them for some of the things they do.
Yeah, they did a lot of stuff that was good.
Yes.
It's all the little tiny things that it's not even that they did anything bad. It's just that we're just terrible people.
Probably.
Oh, what a great start to the first episode. Starting beef with people that are probably never going to acknowledge us to begin with.
Probably not. Probably never listen to this podcast.
Exactly. Maybe that's for the best.
Yeah.
All right, Connor.
You want to go over your topic now?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, later.
Connor, what do you know about the Fresno Nightcrawler?
Not a lot. My memory of my knowledge of cryptids stems as far as, Mothman, all that kind of stuff.
This one is my favorite cryptid.
Okay. So lay it on me.
I knew about this before I knew about like the chupacabra, before I knew about a lot of them. So that's this all just stems for how early on I heard about this.
Before you start, are skinwalkers? Not SCP. I don't know why I said. Are skinwalkers cryptids technically?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but this is no skinwalker though. This is a nightcrawler. Yeah. So
you said crawling. I thought of skin, and I was like, oh,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah. They're close.
Sorry.
So, believe it or not, this is a cryptid that wasn't actually documented until 2010, after after a man in Fresno, California, named Jose. I don't know his last name, but he went to go check like his CCTV cameras after. There's footage of these things, by the way. He went and checked his CCTV cameras because all the dogs in the neighborhood were barking, and he got some video footage of these night crawlers. And so what these night crawlers are, it's that they're two very tall, elongated bodies that consist of like 90% leg. Like if you look up a video, or I might even play the video over the YouTube portion of this. But they look like they're like blankets just walking in the middle of someone's yard. And so afterwards, after that he saw the footage, he showed his brother, and then they went outside and they tried to find footprints, which they found some footprints, and then they called people, over to look at them, and then the footprints were gone. Sadly, since the incident, the CCTV footage, like the actual footage, has been lost, but there is a videotape recording of the footage, so it's still out there. So it's
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah. And the Fresno Nightcrawlers also go by the Fresno Alien just because nobody really knows where they come from. Previously, everyone kind of theorized that maybe these things were Native American beings, but it has been debunked. I couldn't find exactly how it was debunked, but in some way it was. So if I ever get more information on that, I will relay that in a potential future episode. So that's fun. And then, so my first interaction of ever seeing the Nightcrawler was actually on a TV show called Fact or Fake Paranormal Files, where an FBI investigator and a group of there's like technology people, there's paranormal investigators, obviously, kind of people all over the field who can determine if stuff is fact or faked, hence the name of the show. And so they went to Fresno, California, and they met Jose, and they tried to replicate the creatures walking on the CCTV footage, and they couldn't at all. And they even tried doing it with like CGI, and the results just didn't look as good.
Wow.
And so to this day, no one exactly knows what was happening. There have been sightings. I wasn't exactly able to get a lot of information on those sightings because some of the sightings have been debunked. But the most recent one that couldn't be debunked was in 2017.
Wow.
But there's no information about exactly what happened. So it's kind of creepy.
Yeah, sounds like it.
It's kind of Did you end up finding any footage?
A little bit.
It's
a
thing. It's a thing.
Yeah,
I can.
Definitely is a thing.
Yeah. So that's. I think I want to extend the topic of the Nightcrawler. How about we talk about a few of our favorite cryptids?
Okay. Yeah.
So that one's my favorite. Connor, what's your favorite cryptid?
I mean, my knowledge of cryptids isn't that big. I'll be honest. I've kind of fallen behind on my cryptid.
I have too, in later years.
Honestly, my favorite, and it's a little basic, I'll be honest, is probably skinwalkers.
Oh yeah, everybody hates, or they love but hate skinwalkers.
Yeah. I think because I didn't tell you, but I'm writing my own little short film right now.
Oh.
And the main thing in mine is skinwalkers.
I have seen a skinwalker movie.
Oh, I saw it too. I want to make mine better than that.
I've never shut off a movie so fast in my life.
Yeah, mine's gonna be more found footage style.
I have seen a
Again,
found footage Skinwalker movie too.
oh, uh, if you've ever seen the YouTube series Gemini Home Entertainment, that's what mine are gonna be kind of more based off of.
I haven't.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I know skinwalkers are more of a Native American
Yeah.
creature, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to disrespect them and use their belief of this creature wrong.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna go for what this creator's version of a skinwalker, which is called a wood crawler,
Oh.
which is it's basically the same thing, but he has written lore about it. So really, I don't want to get you know canceled or something.
So it's kind of like a tribute to a Skinwalker.
Exactly,
A
exactly.
non-existent tribute to a Skinwalker, but it's based on a Skinwalker.
Yeah, yeah. I
Okay.
mean, it still takes the identity of somebody and the spooky stuff at night.
I heard of I don't know if it's considered a cryptid or not, but there's this thing in Alaska. I can't remember what the name is, but if you're freezing to death, it will come and turn you into an otter.
You know what? I'm gonna say it. Being an otter doesn't sound that bad.
I don't have. I'm not gonna disagree with you there.
There
Being
are worse animals you can turn into.
exactly.
A duck.
Quack quack quack. You don't want to be a
God, but
duck, Connor.
what's up?
Is Bigfoot real?
that's a big one, isn't it?
Is he?
I don't know, honestly.
I have. Go ahead.
No, you can go ahead. I wasn't gonna say anything.
Okay, I'm just gonna put my hot take out there. There's no Bigfoot.
Take out there.
There's
Did
no.
you say?
There's no Bigfoot.
Yeah.
If there was a Bigfoot, we would have found him.
Yeah.
uh, unless there is a Bigfoot, but I feel like if there is one, we're gonna discover the entirety of the ocean before we actually catch a Bigfoot.
Yeah.
I will say though, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Mine doesn't even relate to this at all.
The person who first started like the big Bigfoot craze in the 1900s came out and said that what he found was fake because he made a cast mold of a giant footprint, and so he brought that to the townsfolk, and then they thought it was real, and then that's when the big Bigfoot boom happened.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's
Yeah. Your hot take, I agree with. I don't think there's Bigfoot.
what about the Mothman?
I will fully put my support behind Mothman.
I don't think the Mothman's real, but I like the whole
He is. I want him
concept.
to be.
He is one of the coolest of the cryptids for sure.
I know, and I know he's not real, but I want him to be. I want to be friends with Mothman.
What would you do to become a Mothman?
I'd eat a Klondike bar. What'd you do for a Klondike bar? Turn into Mothman.
Yes. Another cryptid that has been debunked is the chupacabra.
Mm-hmm.
Because most of the reports back when the big chupacabra boom happened were all considered BS because the people lied about what the doctors were saying about the goats. There was never any giant massacre of goats with their blood sucked out. They had just as much blood as they were supposed to. So, yeah, that's been debunked. Nessie's
Wow.
been debunked.
I like Nessie though.
I do. I love Nessie.
Just to like to imagine a giant like dragon come out of the water, and you think it's gonna be like very elegant in speech, and it just goes, "What are you doing by my leg?"
Nothing better than a giant Irish monster or Scottish. Because I always forget that Nessie's Scottish and not Irish.
I'm Scottish.
Did you ever see that movie from like 2005 about Nessie?
Oh. I think I have. I think I know exactly what you're talking about. I
Look,
need to look this up.
I watched that was on Netflix like 5 years ago, and I'm just like, screw it, I'll watch it.
Wait, I think I found it.
What's it called?
Is it Waterhorse?
Yes, that's what it's called.
Whoa. I know what you're talking about.
And then the freaking Nazis come and like invade the dude's house.
I forgot there were Nazis in that movie, not gonna lie. Said Nazis, and I was thrown off a little bit. I was like, what?
That's that movie's bad, but it's kind of a guilty nostalgia pleasure.
Oh, you know what else is a other nostalgic pleasure for me to watch?
What?
You ever heard of a movie called Zathura?
Oh yeah. I love that movie.
Me out. Zathura?
Zathura.
Street in space.
Yes. I mean, that's exactly what it is.
Because, okay, you probably know what I'm about to say. And if you do, just tell me. Did you know that the original Zathura book was a sequel to Jumanji?
I didn't know the book was, but I knew the movie was.
Yeah. Book was, a sequel to Jumanji.
Yeah. Great movie.
Honestly, I love that movie a lot.
Fun fact about that movie that I bet most people don't know. If you have seen it, I hope you guys can agree that it's a great nostalgia movie, but that was directed by Jon Favreau.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing about that.
The man who created the MCU, essentially. The man who's fixing Star Wars at the moment.
And the
Happy
dude who
frickin' Hogan.
I was about to say is in the MCU too.
He's also in Star Wars.
Yeah.
He's a Mandalorian, actually. That's fun.
Honestly, I would give so much money to see them remake Jumanji and Zathura with like today's technology.
They've already tried the whole Jumanji thing.
Okay, that's true.
Zathura, though.
Zathura, but don't change the story.
Exactly. I mean, I've never well, I tried to watch Jumanji once, but I just couldn't get into it the way I got into Zathura.
I think it's because like going into space is a lot just cooler of an idea in general.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So then something you might not know about me, like we know a lot about each other, but something you might not know is I'm horrible with money.
Same.
Like I'll spend money I do not have.
Same. I felt this.
So, one of the things I bought a Zathura board game.
Oh my god.
I have the actual board game. It's just kind of sitting in my room. It's one of my prized possessions.
Does it have the little card spitter?
Yes.
Oh, that's dope.
Thing is, it's not. The board in the original movie is made out of tin.
Yeah.
It's not made out of tin.
Oh, it's just like that cardboard.
Yeah, it's the board game cardboard. But tell you what, whenever how like they turn it and then they press a button and the card shoots out.
Yeah.
It does do that though.
Oh, that's sick.
So literally sometimes I'll get the board game out, get the card thing out, twist it, push the button, and I'll just look at it and I'll be like, I'm in Zathura.
Does it have like the cards from the movie?
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
it has.
That's cool.
One of the cards is, the meteorite shower.
Yeah.
The robot is something. Dude, it is
sick.
Next time you come over to Illinois, you got to come over and play it.
For sure. That is so freaking sick.
Oh, I love it.
I
So
fi-
some of the scenes in that movie genuinely scared me as a kid.
Same. Like the giant
The
lizard people.
robot?
Oh, both? Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever it's like, um, shoot, I think it's in the basement they go into.
Oh, in the
They're
basement's
gonna
like really
try to
dark.
reprogram it. Yeah. You just see the robot's eyes light up. I remember as
Yeah.
a kid, I was like, "Ooh, there's a new nightmare."
And then the lizard people had their green poop, like their lime green glowing poop.
Oh, the Zorgons.
Yeah, the Zorgons. Ripped right out of Power Rangers.
Dude.
That's the name of
Honestly,
something that would be. What a
they kind of look like the monsters from that one Jim Henson movie.
I've never watched. I don't really watch. Haven't watched Jim Henson movies.
Oh, I can't remember what it's something crystal.
Oh, Dark Crystal. I've
Yeah, the
never
dark
seen it, but I know the name.
kind of look like monsters in that movie. Yeah.
Monsters Inc.
Dude, I honestly, Monsters Inc. not my favorite Pixar movie. Gonna be honest.
It. I mean, I like it. Just I've seen it in theaters.
Ben? What's your favorite Pixar? I don't think I've ever asked you that.
My favorite Pixar is actually Wally.
Oh,
I'm one of those people.
oh, I see.
My
I'm
least
very
favorite Pixar movie,
hit it. Go for it.
Toy Story 2.
You don't like Toy Story 2?
No. Oh wait. Then my least favorite Disney movie is The Lion King.
Okay, I can kind of see The Lion King.
I just got annoyed like every time I like want to watch like Star Wars in 2000. I don't even know. There was a version of Star Wars that I had that had like a Lion King trailer at the beginning of it,
Mhm.
and it just annoyed the crap out of me.
Fair enough.
And that, yeah. Connor, what cryptid movies have you seen?
Uh, I've seen Water Horse.
Is that it?
I think so. I saw one Skinwalker movie, but I don't remember the name of it.
I saw a Skinwalker movie called Skinwalker, and then I
I
shut it off.
don't think I watched it all the way through.
It was so bad. They it had nothing to do with a Skinwalker.
I'll tell you what. I think I told you this the other night after we did our commentary track.
Yeah.
Um, the horror movies don't scare me anymore. But like somebody will make on the internet for like $5 will absolutely leave me wrecked.
Oh, yeah, the lower quality something is, the creepier.
Yeah, especially that one I showed you, the Mandela catalog.
Those are just weird to me. I never found them to be creepy, but they're weird.
The thing I found creepy was I was raised in the church,
Yeah, I was too.
and that part where like his face kind of like elongates and it starts playing the Jesus Loves Me real slow. I was
Uh,
like, "Ooh, like that."
like whenever you hear hear and see something like unnaturally get manipulated.
Oh yeah, like super uncanny valley.
I guess that makes sense. I mean, I've never personally experienced something like that. I guess you could, or I've never. I don't know. I've had horror. I've been in the horror community since I was like 6 years old.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, what I
What is
remember.
beep
You have a Discord thing beeping. I think.
me? Probably is. Anyway,
You want your mommy. Caddyshack. Um. So, Connor, do you have that thing that you'd like to read pulled up?
Yeah, I can read it. Do you?
Would yeah?
Oh,
Would you like to read us a nighttime horror story to try to keep us up all night?
I will.
Oh,
Okay, so Ben, today our story isn't of a creepy pasta.
uh,
Today, Ben, we are going to be diving into the extensive universe of SCP,
oh.
which Ben, you know what SCP stands for?
I don't. I had never heard of SCP until today.
SCP stands for Secure, Contain, Protect.
Oh,
It is a government organization in charge of securing and containing and protecting the general public from anomalies,
oh.
such as anomaly number 1981, otherwise known as, I'm sorry, this name, cut up Ronald Reagan.
Oh, what?
So, this is a little bit long, so
Connor, why does your Discord keep going off?
don't know. Nothing's getting put in, but it's just going boop 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 boop. That's why it's this. This Discord that leaving this server for a game I
Oh. For all those
is
listeners who wonder what all those noises are that are going off, it's Connor's
are
Discord.
yeah. It was for a game I play tested for a while, and I just never left the Discord, even though I don't play it anymore.
Oh.
That should help a lot. So, as I said, this is very long, but I will try to, short it down a little bit. I'll read the first couple paragraphs.
Okay.
Okay. SCP number 1981. Object class safe. Special containment procedures. SCP 1981 is to be kept inside a secure video storage unit at the Media Archive of Site Redacted. When in use, SCP 1981 should not be removed from its casing or exposed to any strong magnetic surface sources. A Betamax home video system and an analog television has been provided in Observation Theater 02 Site Redacted, as well as video equipment to record the viewings. Description: SCP 1981 is a standard Betamax tape, Ronald Reagan, cut up while talking. Has been handwritten on the adhesive sticker in felt tip pen. Laboratory analysis indicates that SCP 1981 is made of ordinary material, and the serial numbers correspond with the home cassette tapes produced in September of 1980. SCP number 1981 was initially encountered by a filing clerk in the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library in 1991, who upon watching it alerted the police with the intent to with the intent to find the tape's creator to press obscenity.
I've seen it.
I don't know what that means. Anyway, obscenity charges. A low-level police investigation was conducted, at which point the Foundation was alerted and secured SCP-1981. Class A amnetics were administered before alerted, not alerted, redacted could be notified. Further investigation of the library's records by the Foundation personnel failed to yield any leadings to the 1981's origin. I do not. Why does my Discord keep going off?
Good
Nothing is
question.
going on. Nobody's texting me. Stop.
Somebody's. Oh my
Stop.
gosh. You're just getting bullied.
No. Okay. I'll read one more paragraph and I'll end it there.
Okay.
Okay. SCP-1981 appears to be a home video recording of the former United States President Ronald Reagan delivering his Evil Empire speech to the National Association of Evangelicals at Sheraton Twin Sisters Hotel, Orlando, Florida on 3/8/1983. However, at 1 minute and 10 seconds, the speech begins to deviate heavily, eventually resembling no known speech ever made by Reagan. Beginning at approximately 5 minutes, multiple incisions, laceration, and penetration wounds can be seen being slowly inflicted. though no corresponding source of these wounds is visible. Despite suffering from bodily harm that would likely incapacitate a normal person, Reagan will only continue to deliver a speech until either his vocal cords are severed or the tape degrades to static upon 2 minutes and 34 seconds.
Jesus.
So, it's weird, for sure. Looked up
That.
creepiest SCPs, and that was like number 5.
Oh. Interesting. Cut up Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, it's Ronald Reagan cut up while
Oh.
talking.
Oh, Ronald Reagan. Okay, so he was in a speech and he was getting cut up.
Yes.
Huh.
But later in the SCP, it says that every time it gets more graphic. Every time you replay the tape.
Oh, okay. I see.
So, there is mine.
Now, Connor.
Yes.
I think going forward, it's just going to be like one person reads like a story, a thing. But since this is our first episode coming out on February 18th, 2022, I think we're going to double dip today.
Oh, we're double dipping.
So I'm going to read a creepypasta.
Hit me.
It's not a very good creepypasta, but I think maybe
Squidward?
What?
Is it Suicide Squidward?
No. It is in the same. I mean, it's a very boring one. It's also a very well known one, but I think I'll just read it just to read it. It's called Herobrine. We're doing a little Minecraft creepypasta. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I had recently spawned a new world in Minecraft single player. Everything was normal at first, as I began chopping down trees and crafting a workbench. I noticed something move amongst the dense fog. I have a very slow computer, so I have to play with a very tiny render distance. I thought it was a cow, so I pursued it, hoping to grab some hides for armor. It wasn't a cow, though. Looking back at another character with a default skin, but its eyes were empty. I saw no name pop up, and I double-checked to make sure I wasn't in a multiplayer mode. He didn't stay long. He looked at me and quickly ran into the fog. I pursued out of curiosity, but he was gone. I continued on with the game, not sure what to think. As I expanded the world, I saw things that seemed to be out of place for a random map generator to make. 2x2 tunnels in the rocks, small perfect pyramids made of sand in the ocean, and grooves of the trees with all of their leaves cut off. I would constantly think I saw the other player in the deep fog, but I never got a better look at him. I tried increasing my render distance too far whenever I thought I saw him, but it was of no avail. I saved the map and went onto the forums to see if anyone else had found the pseudo player. There was none. I created my own topic telling of the man and asking if anyone had a similar experience. The post was deleted within 5 minutes. I tried again, and the topic was deleted even faster. I received a PM from the username Herobrine containing one word: stop. When I looked at the Herobrine's profile, it was page 404. I received an email from another user of the forum. He claimed that mods can read the forum users' messages, so we were safer using email. The emailer claimed that he had seen the mystery player too, and had a small directory of other users that had seen him as well. Their worlds are littered with the obvious man-made features as well, and described of the mystery player having no pupils. A month had passed until I heard from my informant again. Some people who had encountered the mystery man looked into the name, and Herobrine was found to be a name used by a Swedish player. After the further information gathering, it was revealed that it was the brother of Notch, the game's developer. I personally emailed Notch and asked him if he had a brother. It took him a while, but he emailed me back very shortly. I did, but he's no longer with us. Notch replied. I haven't seen the mystery man since our first encounter, and I haven't noticed any changes to the world other than my own. I was able to press print screen when I first saw him, and here's the only evidence that exists, and there's photos attached below that, which have been altered to make the image bigger, I guess. So that's the creepy story of Herobrine.
I'm gonna be honest. Whenever I first heard Herobrine, I thought it was real.
Same. Actually, I should have answered like this when you asked the question over the commentary of when did See It to Believe It really began. See It to Believe It began when my friend told me that he saw Herobrine on my Minecraft map. So, I didn't sleep again until I'd found him. Never found him. But yeah, that's the reading of Herobrine.
I think that'll about do it for our first episode, right, Ben?
I think so. If you guys want to hear more in the next coming weeks, we come out every Friday, unless we don't. But I hope we do. I hope we have we'll probably get an emergency episode in the back burner at some point.
I have a creepy pasta that could be its own episode, honestly.
Okay. Well, yeah. You could do that as a topic in a future episode, maybe for next week's episode.
Ooh, I'll have to, print it out so I can get a better look, because I like to read stuff paperly.
Yeah, I should probably start doing that myself. I was not enjoying reading off of my monitor. But if you want to follow us, we have our socials of the See It to Believe It Paranormal Investigation on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. My personal account info is Ben Luke Reinhardt. And Connor's.
And mine is It's Your Boy Connor, ITSYABOIKONNER.
And if you guys would like to reach out with us with any topics you want us to cover, just leave it in the YouTube comments, or if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, you can leave us a review. Every 5-star review helps us. It actually pushes our show out to more people. And so, yeah, anything helps right here.
So I think that's about it. I kind of got to go use the restroom, not going to lie.
All right, we will see you guys next week for some spooky horror.
Bye.
GG, Brindy. That's it.
I remember watching Herobrine videos on YouTube.
I do too.
Like the Herobrine was in my Minecraft server? ?
There were people who'd make whole stories out of Hero. Like there were people who'd make like cinematic Minecraft after they released the Herobrine skin on like Xbox and PlayStation. Like people would make like straight up movies of Herobrine.
I'll tell you, man, Minecraft YouTubers, some of the most creative people I've ever seen. Also, some of the cringiest people I've ever seen.
Yep. Most of them either turned out to be really popular or a bunch of pedophiles.
Yep. Did you ever watch Stampy Longnose as a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he was my jam.
Yep. And then Lee Bear turned out to be a pedophile.
Yeah. I mean, Stampy's still going good.
Yeah. Good for him.
Oh, no, I didn't. I almost got into his lovely garden.
Really?
Yeah, I did some. I don't remember. I think I made like, when I was a kid, I colored something and I called it Stampy Cat and I sent it.
Oh. On his lovely world.
Oh, dude. Now I gotta go back and watch all those. There's like 500 episodes.